you ever wondered how our universe came about? If it has always been here, what is it made out of? Well, the Big Bang is the most widely accepted explanation for the initial formation of everything we observe today. This includes Earth, our solar system, elements, and essentially all of space as we know it. I've had a great interest in this phenomenon ever since my first physics class, sophomore year of high school. Once we learned about Einstein's theory of relativity, I had to know more. I did my final project for my senior year physics class on the Big Bang, and to this day, I've had a great desire to learn more about our cosmology. The Big Bang is a physical theory explored by many scientists that explains how our universe and all matter came to be, as well as the current behavior of space. The Big Bang was a pivot event in history, the moment our universe transpired 13.7 billion years ago. NASA states that the entire cosmos was once just a small, hot, dense point. At an accelerated rate, the point expanded and cooled, creating the formation of our universe. To start from the beginning of this discovery, in 1915, Albert Einstein published 4 papers describing his theory of general relativity. This theory describes how gravity affects the fabric of space-time. That gravity is not a force, but a curvature of space-time caused by mass. This would soon become the basis of the Big Bang discovery. Also at this time, Einstein had released his calculations of a cosmological constant, supporting the idea that the universe is static or unchanging. 12 years later, in 1927, a Belgian astronomer, George Lemaitre, was the first person to claim that the universe started at just one single point. George followed up by stating that the universe has stretched to be the size it is now and continues to stretch every day. George used the relativity equations to formulate this claim. However, his calculation shows that the universe is actually expanding, unlike what the cosmological constant showed. Due to George's claim opposing Einstein's discovery, when George published his work in 1927, it was largely ignored by scientists. But then, 2 years later, an American astronomer, Edwin Hubble, confirmed the redshift of galaxies. According to Britannica, this is a phenomenon where light from galaxies is shifted to longer wavelengths, causing bright red light to appear. The only way this occurrence can be explained is by an expanding universe, which causes galaxies to move farther from each other, causing their light to elongate. This is when scientists started to generally accept this theory. To continue, society adopted the name the Big Bang from the British astrophysicist Fred Hoyle. Fred conducted research about this phenomenon. His studies concluded that as the galaxies move further and further apart, the universe continuously generates new matter to compensate for density lost through cosmic expansion. This process thus maintains the universe in stable condition. With the mass amount of scientists and data that was now in favor of the Big Bang occurrence, George now wanted to be able to test this thesis. For many years, he attempted to trace the afterglow of the Big Bang in the form of a cosmic microwave background radiation, which would have been generated during the explosion and still present in space. However, he lacked the technology to do so. Eventually, in 1965, American physicists Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson confirmed the existence of cosmic microwave background radiation. Explained by EBSCO, Arno and Robert were initially working in telecommunications. They had constructed a horn-shaped radio antenna, but it ended up being able to detect weak signals from space. They encountered an unexplained noise of 3 kelvins, which they tested multiple times for other answers. However, they ultimately traced it back to a uniform radio signal emanating from all directions. This signal was later determined to be the remnants of the Big Bang explosion and further proof this incredible event took place. Furthermore, the next big exploration of the Big Bang was in 1989, when NASA launched the Cosmic Background Explorer satellite, or the COBE. According to Britannica, the purpose of this satellite was to investigate the cosmic microwave background radiation 100 times better than previously. Cosmic microwave background radiation is described as the residual heat left over from the Big Bang. It is detectable in the form of microwave radiation that fills space. With precise measurements made by COBE, the predictions made by the Big Bang model were confirmed, further establishing the Big Bang occurrence. Inside the satellite, the differentiable microwave radiometer mapped the sky in microwave wavelengths. The DMR uncovered regions of slightly different densities. This was crucial because at one point, the universe was nearly isotropic, or uniform in all directions. This supports the idea of gravitational separation and the formation of galaxies following the Big Bang. To continue, the Big Bang can explain the formation of certain elements present on our Earth today. First off, once the universe expanded and cooled, protons and neutrons were formed. Then, the first elements were created that were hydrogen and helium, which are the lightest elements, along with traces of lithium and beryllium. This allowed for nuclear reactions to take place, which is how the rest of the 86 naturally occurring elements came to be, and essentially everything around us. To conclude, the groundbreaking discovery of the Big Bang was a research-heavy and long process. It took many to make this conclusion of this occurrence, but it is a captivating and major phenomenon. The behavior, formation, and characteristics of our universe can be explained by the Big Bang and helps society understand the cosmological reality. And so, from a moment of chaos came all the order we see today: galaxies, stars, and life. The Big Bang wasn't just the beginning of the universe, it was the beginning of everything. Still, billions of years later, we are immersed in the expanding echo of the beginning. Thank you.